how are you? I hope you are really good. My name is Yorlin and today I am going to do my presentation about English for secretary. First of all, I have to say that English for secretaries belongs to the branch of ESP, English for Economics and Business. Now, let's review the definition of ESP, English for Specific Purposes. Definition according to McCabe and Mountford, 1987, is generally used to refer to the teaching of English for a clearly utilitarian purpose. In this case, in my class, the students are going to learn vocabulary related to the office supplies that secretary usually use in their daily routines. Okay? Now let's see the definition of the communicative approach. It is also called communicative language teaching. Successful communication in the target language is the main goal of CLT. This approach is designed to motivate the students to communicate. Okay? So, the level of this class is basic. The approach that I'm going to use is the communicative approach or CLT. The skills that I'm going to develop in the students is listening and speaking. The goal is that learners will be able to recognize vocabulary related to office supplies and will be able to incorporate those new words into their speaking. Okay? Let's start with the class. To promote the students' participation, I'm going to start my class by asking a question for the students. The question is related to the role that a secretary has. I'm going to ask them the following question. What does a secretary do? What is the role of a secretary? The students will express their ideas about that. They might answer, for example, a secretary writes letters, or another student can say, a secretary sends emails, or a secretary makes calls. Okay, that's good. Okay. It is important to mention that a secretary is a person who works in an office and he or she is in charge of making different tasks. For example, what does a secretary do? These are the functions, these are some functions that secretaries usually do. Answering calls, taking messages, handling the correspondence, maintaining diaries, arranging appointments, typing and preparing reports, organizing meetings, among others. Okay? Good. The idea of this class is to teach the students the vocabulary related to the office supplies. The office supplies are those objects that secretaries usually use in their office, in their daily routines. Let's start. I'm going to show them the images of those supplies and the word written in English without any translation. Okay? And I'm going to ask the students to repeat the vocabulary. Let's start. Folder, folder, pencil, ruler, pen, sharpener, eraser, scissors, liquid paper, plastic tape, stapler, staples, staple remover, clips, notepad, pencil case, markers, glue stick, pen drive, laptop, desk computer. Okay. After the student achieves to identify those office supplies, okay, I am going to start asking this question to the student. I am going to do this activity. I'm going to ask them, what office supplies do you need? The students will have to answer that question. But first, I'm going to show them some examples how they can answer that question. Okay? What office supplies do you need? I need some folders. They can say that. What office supplies do you need? I need a liquid paper. I need some markers. Or I need a pen. Okay? Now I am going to do the same question. But in this case, the students have to answer the question taking into account these office supplies which are on the table. Okay? For example, one student is going to ask another student, what office supply do you need? And the student is going to select one of these objects and he's going to provide the answer. What office supplies do you need? The student selects this and he's going to say, I need a glue stick. I need a glue stick. This student is going to ask the question to another student. What office supply do you need? The other student is going to select another object, for example, this one. And the student is going to say, I need a liquid paper. I need a liquid paper. Then this student is going to ask the same question to another student. What office supplies do you need? The other student is going to select another object. And he's going to say, in this case, I need some markers. I need some markers. The idea is to encourage the students' participation, and they will be able to communicate in the class by using the new vocabulary in the context, okay? Because those office supplies are the ones that they usually use in their office, in their daily routine. Okay, let's continue. I have another activity in which I'm going to ask the student where is a specific office supply. For example, where is the laptop? Where is the laptop? And I'm going to provide the students, through images and the sentence, the different answers they are going to say. For example, where is the laptop? The laptop is on the desk. The laptop is on the desk. I'm going to show some words, some prepositions highlighted for the student to see the way in which they can express their ideas. Where is the pencil? Where is the pencil? The pencils are in the box. The pencils are in the box. Where is the liquid paper? The liquid paper is next to the folder. The liquid paper is next to the folder. Where is the eraser? The eraser is between the staple remover and the glue stick. The eraser is between the staple remover and the glue stick. Where is the stapler? The stapler is to the left of the scissor. Where is the stapler? The stapler is to the left of the scissors. Okay? Where is the plastic tape? The plastic tape is to the right of the sharpener. The plastic tape is to the right of the sharpener. Okay? Where is the pencil case? The pencil case is under the desk. The pencil case is under the desk. So, the students are going to see the different office supplies and they can observe how they can use the vocabulary in the context. They can indicate the location of the office supplies. Now, we are going to do another activity in which the student have to choose a piece of paper which contain the different preposition. For example, next to the left of, between, to the right of, in, on, under. These are the prepositions I've already showed in the sentences with the images. Okay? Now, the students will have to construct a sentence by using this preposition and also by using some objects, some office supplies, which are here on the table. Okay? For example, the first student, for example, is going to choose this piece of paper, which says next to. The student has to construct a sentence by using some of these office supplies. Okay? I'm going to ask the student, what is the glue stick? I'm going to ask the student, what is the glue stick? And the student is going to use this preposition and he's going to use the objects. Okay, like this. The glue stick. Okay. So, the student is going to say, the glue stick is next to the ruler. The glue stick is next to the ruler. Okay? Good. Now, this student is going to ask the same question to another student. Okay? With another preposition. Okay. This student is going to ask the other student. For example, Where is the pen? Where is the pen? The student is going to use this preposition. Okay, I have here 3 office supplies, and the question is, where is the pen? The student is going to say, the pen is to the left of the plastic tape. The pen is to the left of the plastic tape. Okay? And that student is going to ask another student, what is another office supplies? For example, what is the sharpener? What is the sharpener? Okay. What is the sharpener? The student is going to answer, the sharpener is between the pencil and the plastic tape. The sharpener is between the pencil and the plastic tape. Okay, the idea is that the student communicate in the class, and they use the new vocabulary in the context, not only as lexical phrases, but also in the context, okay? The idea is that the students learn the new vocabulary to incorporate those new words in their speaking, in their daily routine, not as isolated words, okay? Well, this activity is for a basic level addressed to students of an English course for secretaries, okay? And the purpose of this activity is that learners will be able to recognize the different office supplies, and also they might provide information about where the supplies are located by using different prepositions. It means the students are going to use the new vocabulary in context, not just learning isolated words. Okay, well, the conclusion of this presentation is the purpose of this presentation about English for specific purposes has been to give a small sample of how a class could be taught using the ESP and the communicative approach. It has been presented with the purpose of showing the English teachers the different ways of teaching ESP, in this case with the topic of English for secretaries. In this sense, through the realization of this presentation and others, English teachers will have a wide horizon of possibilities to have ideas about the teaching of ESP. Well, thank you very much for your attention. Bye, see you soon.